Hey there, my fellow YouTubers. This is Cassandra72, and right off the bat, we see that this is going to be a little bit of a different video for me because I'm in front of the camera, and you know that's not normally where I like to be. So, but we have to thank Island Coupon Gal for that. Thanks so much, dear. But no, I really appreciate the opportunity to have been tagged and then to come on and tell you what I feel about, you know, couponing as it is, and give you, as the title states, my confessions. So yeah, thanks to Jackie, these are my confessions. Yeah, so let me get right into this so it doesn't become too long, but I already know based upon seeing some other videos that I know it's going to go over 10 minutes. So hopefully this won't bore you, and it'll give you a little bit more insight into me. So, the first question is, how did you start couponing? So, I started couponing after watching, I know you guys are going to hate it, but I started watching extreme couponing. And I watched it at a time that either it was either right after I lost my job or right after I started my new job, but then knew that I was going to have to kind of stretch my dollar because though the job had better benefits, the pay wasn't nearly as high. So yeah, I was going to have to live on a budget that, you know, I really wasn't used to living on. So I came across extreme couponing at that time, and I thought, you know, this is definitely very extreme. And while I don't ever see doing it to this level, you know, if I could even save half, then that would be awesome. So that's basically where I picked it up at. And then I ended up joining a site called The Grocery Game. I did some Googling and I found that, and you know, that kind of helped me plan grocery visits. And you know, then, you know, just stumbling around YouTube, you know, I found, you know, a plethora of people who have really continued to help me on this journey. You know, I'm never amazed, you know, at what it is that I find out, and you know, what it is that we can do. And you know, couponing is just really awesome. So that's basically how I started, because I knew that I was going to have to try to stretch a dollar, and I was actually very fascinated by that. So that's how. How do you feel after couponing? I feel absolutely freaking amazing. Couponing, you know, as I was telling one of my favorite cashiers slash shift supervisors at CVS yesterday, it's almost like a game to me. So, you know, I just really love it. You know, I love being able to just go in to my closet and get anything that I would need. You know, I don't have to run out, you know, and get something. It's generally right there. So that's really awesome. I don't have a fear of like running out of, you know, the norms, you know, that you need to have. It's right there because of the couponing, and it's costing me pennies. So, do you have any weird habits after couponing? Much like Island Coupon Gal, I probably would say that my weirdest habit after couponing would be that I have to come in and I have to set up and do a video, generally for every single haul that I do. And then after that, I have to scan it for, I'm sure many of you might have heard of the Nielsen Consumer Panel. So I also am a part of that. So then I have to come in and scan, you know, every single thing that I've bought. And as a couponer, sometimes that can get very nerve-wracking. So that I don't do every single time, but yeah. So I probably would say that's the weirdest thing that, you know, I've done since couponing, is that I have to come in and do a video on everything, you know, and it's like, please don't touch any of my stuff. And so no matter if I bought it for you, you cannot touch it, you cannot eat it, you cannot drink it until after I've done my video. What items do you have the most of in your stockpile? Right now, I think the things that I have the most of in my stockpile are toothpaste, soap, and deodorant. So yeah, I'm really big on, you know, the personal hygiene products. What was the most your bill was ever was, and how much was it after coupons? So how much before coupons and how much after coupons? That I'm not really sure of. I know that I once shopped at Walgreens and my bill would have been over $100, and I got it down to $5. But I'm pretty sure that with CVS it's probably been higher than that. Probably close to $200, and gotten it down to probably about $5 as well. Yeah, or nothing out of pocket to me by the time that I use the ECBs and the gift cards. So yeah. Do you ever experience couponers' regret? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever regretted anything that I've purchased per se. If I regret anything, it would be having all these meters around for the diabetes, and not having given them away just yet. So I do definitely have to find an organization that I can donate those to. So that would be the only thing. But no, on a whole, I'm not regretting anything, because even with buying those, that means that I ended up getting some overage, or there was some type of free product in it for me. So, you know, on a whole, no. What is or are your favorite items to buy? When we have the buy one get one free coupons as we have right now, it's basically Gillette razors, any razors. I love buying razors. I love getting free mouthwash. Anytime I can get free food, you know, because, you know, that's the main thing. It's great to have, you know, all the toiletries and household goods and everything like that. But, you know, we can't eat that. Like HQ Honey says, I can't eat body wash. So, how do you store your coupons? You guys, I wish I could say that there was a method to the madness, but there really isn't. Right now, some are all over my car. I have them, you know, I trade with people. Like, I get the red plum and the PNG, and I have my source that gets smart source. Actually, that's my girl LaDonya DeLosCupones. She has smart source and will trade. So I have these packages of smart source that are just, you know, still like sitting in my living room, and yeah, so it's kind of crazy. You know, I started out thinking I would do the binder method, and then that really, you know, I never really got a binder, so that didn't work. And so I thought I'd file by inserts. Yeah, and with the level of inserts that I'm getting each week, that's not really helping. Because when I first started out couponing, I was easily getting at least 200, you know, inserts a week, because I dumpster dive. So that really wasn't going to work. And then I went to this method right here where I file in these boxes, which is, you know, really neat. Which was an idea that I got from a person that's actually been on Extreme Couponing, and then there's a group that I'm in on Facebook that she's a part of. So yeah, went to that. Those boxes came from I think Office Max, Office Depot, somewhere. Office Max maybe. Yeah, anyway, so that's a really, you know, that was a really good idea, you know, but then I don't really cut that many inserts. So I may go back to that, because that was really helpful, because I feel like if I know what I'm going in the store to get, that's great. But then if I end up coming across something that I'm not sure of, that I might have a coupon for, I hate to think that I might be missing a deal because I don't have my coupons with me. So yeah, that's something I really need to revisit. Do you prefer to shop alone, or do you have a couponing buddy? Well, again, much like Alan Coupon Gal, I'm going to say that I have a buddy. It's going to be my 7-year-old daughter, who I think is going to become a pretty proficient couponer in her own right. If you could hear some of the conversations that we have, it's pretty amazing for a 7-year-old. So, yeah, we were driving along one day, and she just says, "Mommy, coupons are money." And I said, "That's right." That's right, baby girl, they are. So, so yeah, she would probably be my couponing buddy, if I'm going to say that I have one. But I do pretty much prefer to shop alone because, you know, it never fails. There's going to be something that, you know, she's a kid. There's something that she's going to want. And then just in retrospect a little bit, I did start out couponing with an individual that used to stay with me, and from that I definitely know that I prefer to shop alone, because if you're going into the store and you need 4 of something to get a deal and there's only 4 or 5 in the store, you know, I feel like, well, who's gonna get the deal? And I always felt like I was the person who was always saying, well, you go ahead and you get it this time, you know, and I'll just end up trying to find it somewhere else, you know, another date. So yeah, I just much rather prefer to go and get those deals myself. But I would probably coupon a little bit with my girl LaDonya, because she is a master. You know, if I had to coupon with anybody, it would probably be her. Who is your favorite YouTube couponer? There are honestly so many, you guys, that I don't even want to begin to start naming anyone. But there are a lot of awesome individuals out there. So yeah, so many. So many, and then I'm discovering so many more daily, it seems. I will just share, because I've always said, I've told him that I have a coupon crush on him, and that is Rob a Coupon Like a Man. There is just something about the way his mind works that I love. So, but yeah, so he's among my favorites, but there are many more. Are you a proud couponer? Yes, I am. My name is Cassandra, and I am the ultimate proud couponer. Okay, how many hours per week do you devote to couponing, clipping coupons, planning, shopping, etc.? It's like a full-time job, and I have a full-time job. So, how many hours a week? Jesus. Gosh, easily at least 10 hours a week goes into it. It really does. And that's on a, and that's erring on the side of the least, because a lot goes into it. It really does. If I get off at 4:30 and go to pick up my daughter, I might not get home if I'm couponing to like 7 or 8, so that's like 2-3 hours right there that we're out just, running around shopping and stuff. So yeah. Which store is your favorite to coupon at? That would be CVS. Least favorite? My least favorite would probably be Walgreens. And that's just because you have to do so much, rolling of having an item. Excuse me, when you're dealing with the register rewards, you can't just roll the items generally unless you're having a rolling register reward. You have to purchase so many, have a separate transaction in between. You know what I'm saying, you guys. I'm getting a little flustered right now. But yeah, so to sit there and have so many transactions, because you're trying to basically roll back and forth and then having to have filler items. Yeah, that's probably the worst for me. The easiest to coupon at, again, that will probably be CVS. And the hardest, I don't really think any of them are necessarily hard. But like I said, Walgreens is definitely the most, I would call it, tedious. All right, if you weren't able to coupon, what hobby of yours would replace the time you devote to couponing? That's a no-brainer. For me, it would be crocheting. I really love to crochet. So I would pick that back up, full steam. How long have you been couponing? This is November, so I've actually been couponing about a year. I think I might have started, I know my first video on couponing was probably like December. So it's been about a year, because last year this time is when I really saw, how I was able to give gifts and things from my stockpile, such as it were, at that point in time. So it's been a year. How much would you estimate your stockpile to be worth? So yeah, guys, I came in and I did just the briefest of tallies, you know, and didn't even include everything. So I would say easily my stockpile is worth at least $3,000, which might not seem like a lot, but again, only couponing for a year. And considering that I don't end up keeping, you know, the majority of it, I think that's pretty good. Where is your stockpile house located? Multiple locations or all in one place? Since I am in a small 2-bedroom apartment, it is basically in several places. I'm in my dining room right now, as you guys can see, or yeah, this is where I normally film my haul videos at. So that's in my this is in my dining room. So the majority of it right now is in a hall closet, which was my linen closet, and I've turned that into my stockpile. But it is overflowing, and I have determined that this dining area is going to be my quote-unquote stockpile room. So I have some things in here, that hallway closet, and then also in a dresser in my room. And I'm probably going to start back putting some things in my closet as well, above, you know, where my clothes hang. So it's in multiple places. What is one item you absolutely refuse to ever pay for again? Toothpaste. Toothpaste and mouthwash I will never ever ever pay for again. There's absolutely no reason for me to pay for it. What item are you hands down most proud that you've gotten for free or cheap after using coupons and or store rewards? You guys, right now that has to be my brand new microwave that I got from CVS, which I paid a whopping $1.21 out of my pocket for, and it started out at a value of $60. So yeah, that's hands down the proudest thing that I have right now. So yeah. And so that's it for the questions that were posed in the tags. But then I have a couple, I guess, that I would want to, oh, I'm sorry, I need to go back. It says briefly describe your worst couponing experience. Okay, so my worst couponing experience was at a Rite Aid. And yeah, so it was when I was trying to get Nature Made vitamins, and we had the PDF coupon, and I basically was accused of having brought in copies. And no matter how I tried to explain to this individual that it was a PDF file, it was not a copy, and it was from the Rite Aid website, he basically, like I said, accused me of them being photocopies and did not want to take them. Ultimately, you know, I got my way, if you'll say, on that, in that we did contact customer service right in the store, and customer service was able to find on Rite Aid's website the file that I was talking about, and he had to take my coupons. But he, every time that I went into that store, it was just a mess, and I did not like couponing at that Rite Aid. And now I'm sure it was as a result of maybe, you know, how he treated couponers or some other things. That individual has since been fired. So so then the questions that I have to add are, you know, in light of the Powerball in North Carolina and other states, I'm sure, being so much right now, if you won the lottery, would you still coupon? And I have to honestly say that I still would. To the level that I do now, I don't know, maybe not. But like I said, to me, it's a game to see, you know, how much things are and how much I can get them down to. So yeah, I probably still would do that. Well, I know I definitely would. I definitely would, because, you know, it's all about saving money. And then the financial person in me feels like, you know, why pay full price when I don't have to? So, all right. And then what item do you refuse to share or donate, or, you know, or find it hard pressed to give up? That's going to be my paper products, my tissue and my toilet paper. I mean, you know, my toilet paper and my paper towels. I really, really, really hate to part with those. So, yeah. Do or would you sell from your stockpile? And so that might be a touchy subject for some people. I don't know. I don't necessarily buy it to sell it, But, you know, at one point I was sitting here struggling, trying to figure out how I was going to pay for my daughter's summer camp and different things. And I said to myself, I'm like, fool, I really did say it, fool, you sitting here on all this money. So yeah, I do sell from it. I don't have a problem with that. I don't, like I said, I don't really buy it with the specific purpose of selling it. But if I need to, I will. And then I said, then the last thing for me is, what do you feel about people who label you as a hoarder? And I feel like they can kick rocks and blow bubbles. My brother actually came along, and he, when he first came here, he called me a hoarder, you know. But then this is the same brother that that came into my store today and brought $6 worth of merchandise. Not a lot now. I know it's not a lot, but you know, same brother that comes over and knows that I have exactly what he's gonna need. So, you know, like I said, they can kick rocks. They can kick rocks. All right, and so this video really has gone way longer than I would have liked for it to have gone. So let me just briefly go on to the people that I want to tag. I'm not even sure if they end up watching my video. So, you know, if some of these video people that you hear, you know, they are subscribers of yours, please point them to my video, and you know, I want to tag them. So let them know that I've tagged them and want to see their responses. Okay, and it's THEGREENCABBY, Coupon Like a Man, Michelle's Frugal Living, Mommipreneur, IVFnewdreams, Coupon PhD, SiEnEsTV, my girl EchoSasha, Knhull, I think it is, KNHULL, Yashika77, Looking for Cues, the SimplyNation, he's awesome, DealLovingDiva, SimplyNaturalLanea, moepayton, and Will and Deal NW Willie 5, and then my girl LaDonya DeLosCupones. Okay, so a lot of those you might not have necessarily heard of, but a lot of, you know, the people that I probably would have tagged have already been tagged, so I didn't want to really duplicate anybody. And so I also decided to you know, to shout out, give a shout out, or shine the light a little bit on some of the people that I know that are subscribed to me, as well as, like I said, those that I follow that, as far as I can see, hadn't been shouted out yet or tagged. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I look forward to watching your videos, and yeah, you better do this tag, okay? If I got up here and did this, you better do it. I'm looking forward to it, okay? Until the next time, you guys, peace and blessings.